What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin and XRP and going into the price and where I think they're both going. Before we get started though, make sure that you're a subscriber to my channel if you're not already, as well as following me on Twitter and sharing these videos with your friends. I really appreciate everybody that likes, comments, subscribes, and supports this channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into the XRP and Bitcoin analysis. So Bitcoin is actually looking strong. In my opinion, Bitcoin is looking strong. And I'll get into exactly why in a second, but I think it's kind of pulling a little tricky move to scare a lot of people out of the market and kind of allow them to panic sell while whales just continue to accumulate the price big picture like they always do. And I really do want to get into XRP today because I see some huge opportunities here with XRP. I see a lot of FUD and I see a lot of people very scared to invest in this one. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm personally invested in this. Of course, none of this is ever financial advice, but you guys, I have a nice XRP position. So I want to update you guys on where I think prices are going to go along with Bitcoin today. So I'm going to talk about why Bitcoin is still bullish, you guys. If we go to the 2-day and we kind of zoom in here, I know it looks scary. I know people want to panic sell. I know this looks like the biggest correction that we've seen so far. All of that, yes, it can be very tricky if you're new to markets, and these things can definitely trick you out of the market. But if you actually look here, Bitcoin has been doing corrections the whole way up. And also in the last bull market, Bitcoin saw plenty of 30% corrections and recovered from all of them. And in the big picture, Bitcoin has technically recovered from every single bear move that it's ever made. I mean, prices are well above the all-time high, and we're in price discovery right now. The trend is very strong. We haven't seen declining volume while price is going up, but rather volume is staying nice and consistent. We have a lot of volume all through this area right here. We have a bullish volume profile. So this to me is a very, very healthy correction on Bitcoin. And kind of if we go into even a smaller time frame here, like the 3-hour, I'll show you guys a little bit more detail what could be going on from a couple different Elliott wave perspectives. So number one, I want you guys to be aware of this downtrending resistance line. This is a very, very important line. And the reason I'm watching this line is because any price action above this line pretty much confirms that Bitcoin is going to go a lot higher, probably vertical in the short term. So definitely be aware of that downtrending resistance line. The other thing that's kind of interesting and important to know is this area, this key support area that Bitcoin has tested a few different times here, as you can see. But kind of what we can expect here from an Elliott wave perspective, if we're looking at a couple different potential scenarios, the first thing that one could argue and one could say is happening here, if you go to the 2-hour time frame, you can see a lot of bullish divergence, meaning that the price made a low and it made another lower low. And if you look at the MACD here, you can see how the price made a low and a higher low. So that's actually a very bullish signal. It's called bullish divergence. And that would lead me to believe that this is all some type of WXY correction, basically ABCs on all the subwaves, meaning that this is all ABC action. As you can see, ABC down, ABC up, ABC back down. And that would mean that the correction is over and that Bitcoin is actually setting up for a bigger wave set upwards. And that would basically mean that we will not see another low, anything below this piercing event that happened at about 28,000 per coin. Now, the other alternative count, the other way that you could count this from an Elliott wave perspective would basically be one big ABC. Now, if this is one big ABC, I would actually suspect that we do see one more piercing lower, because it would make a lot more sense because we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 waves down. Between the B and the C wave, there's 5 Elliott waves that go down in the market in a standard ABC correction. So that's kind of what I'd be watching for if there was a more bearish potential, a more bearish outcome. That would be closer to maybe a 40% correction, which I believe is pretty much the biggest correction size that we saw in the last bull market. So it is possible, you guys, definitely something that you can have as an alternative count. So if it does happen, you're not panic selling at the very best buying opportunity that we'll probably see in a while for Bitcoin. But you guys, I am actually kind of leaning towards this bullish divergence taking us higher here. I see a lot of people that are calling for the lower count, a lot of people that are very, very bearish now. And although this isn't like a perfect one wave by any means, I've seen worse looking one waves in my day. I mean, this does not look like a good one wave if you zoom into it. So Bitcoin does have a history of making some kind of janky waves. And that's kind of part of Elliott wave trading, you guys. You have to understand that usually the corrections are the most important things to be mapping out in Elliott waves. And also you have to remember that it's not going to be perfect every time. You're going to have some weird looking waves, and you just have to understand how to count that, how to work through that, how to have different scenarios and plans for everything that can occur. But to me, Bitcoin looks very bullish, and that leads me to believe that pretty much the entire market is bullish. Ethereum is extremely bullish right now, you guys. It's actually very clearly extremely bullish. This is something I've seen happen in a lot of different markets. You have this kind of upward pointing channel. Well, the market is priming to just go super parabolic, and it consolidates inside of this range and bounces multiple times. And then once it breaks above that, it goes pretty much vertical. And there's also 2 V bottoms right here. These are perfect V bottoms, which in turn actually makes one big W bottom right here. Ethereum is looking very bullish, you guys. Pretty much from everything that I know about technical analysis, Ethereum is looking like it's going to shoot way even higher than its previous all-time high and start to go parabolic just like Bitcoin did. And you guys, I do not think that XRP is going to be left behind. In fact, I think that XRP is going to do very well, especially as it gets above the 50-cent level and the 77-cent level and really gets up towards $1 again. That's going to be parabolic action for XRP. Once it breaks above those resistance levels, I expect the price to go even significantly more vertical than we saw right here. I think the volume profile is also very good with XRP. I see a lot of different exchanges where we're seeing a lot of volume. I know that there are exchanges that have disabled it, but that's generally American exchanges. There's actually still a lot of exchanges all over that have XRP trading. And if you think about it, America isn't even the greatest trading volume a lot of the time in cryptocurrency. Sometimes we see other countries doing more trading volume than America. So those are some things to be aware of, you guys. But I actually suspect XRP to recover. I am not concerned with the fundamental analysis of XRP. It is not what I'm using to make this trade. I'm actually just using very standard Elliott wave pretty much to take this trade. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave right here, along with a near perfect ABC correction. And when we measure where that ABC correction stopped and started to find support, it fell straight onto the very, very famous 88% retracement, which is basically everywhere. I mean, whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading the NASDAQ when it double bottomed after the internet bubble, or whether you're trading Bitcoin, if we look at Bitcoin, or even if you look at Ethereum's one wave, basically every single one wave that you can find as a new bull market starts, oftentimes you see that one wave retrace all the way back down to the 88% retracement. If you guys look here on Bitcoin, here was the first wave in Bitcoin that we were all watching here through 2019. And if you look here, you guys, where did Bitcoin fall? Straight to the 88% retracement with a very, very harsh move down, which also reminds me a lot of XRP's extremely harsh move down. So I honestly think that there's not going to be any issue with them winning everything in court. I think that even if they don't win everything in court, I think there'll be enough countries and places that pretty much allow for XRP trading that it really won't matter from the price action perspective. But I'm not worried about that speculation. I'm actually purely focused on the chart. And I'm also aware of all the potential risks, you guys. This is cryptocurrency. I've invested in coins that just completely dumped to absolutely zero, basically. And you just have to know that and understand that. But for me, I see a lot more opportunity in XRP rather than a reason to be scared. I've seen a lot of FUD events happen in the past, and I think that there's good reason for this market to recover and go all the way to my price targets that I've suggested throughout my channel. And I'm really excited to see it do that. So that's kind of my analysis on Bitcoin, you guys, and Ethereum and XRP. Wasn't even going to talk about Ethereum today, but it looks really nice, so might as well mention it. I hope you guys are excited about the market as we move forward. I've been working on a couple other projects, so, like I said, I haven't made a video for a couple weeks, but I'll be making videos, especially as we start to break out and move upward through this market. There's a lot of opportunity. These red days are good days to be buying, to be looking. I've been tweeting a lot too. If you want more content, you guys can check there. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in today's video. Make sure that you join the Discord. Links are in the description, as well as sharing this video with your friends, and hit that like button if you learned something. As always, stay profitable out there.